No, that's good. Good morning.
Buenos días, buenos días, buenos días, buenos días, buenos días.
Buenos días. Es lunes.
Oh,
Hoy es lunes. El cuerpo lo sabe que hoy es lunes.
lo sabe.
El cuerpo lo sabe.
Comenzamos fuertes hoy, fuertes.
Yes, good morning. We started strong today.
Piernas.
It was a
Leg
leg day,
Oh,
and on
man.
top of that, we had
10-minute abs.
abs. That was not nice. After leg day, doing legs was not nice, but we got it done. We got it done. So, today, we're gonna come at you with our motto, you guys. With our motto. Our motto is, do whatever it takes for however long it takes. All right? Do whatever
Let
it
that
takes.
sink in.
Mhm.
Let that sink in.
That's right.
Do whatever it takes for however long it takes. Get it in
You need
there.
a minute? You need a minute?
I think we're good. Let's roll.
Guys, that's so important in every aspect of your life. If you want to succeed, you got to do whatever it takes, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I think many times we get discouraged because we see other people, number one, there already, and we start to compare ourselves.
Whatever there is.
Right. Whatever, because sometimes we feel that they've made it, right? Or they have what we have been striving for. They have whatever it is that we want. And buenos dias, Maribel. And so, you know, we get discouraged. We get discouraged. Sometimes we even throw in the towel because, you know, we feel that when are we going to get there? When are we going to get that, right? But the problem is that we start to compare ourselves with someone else's journey instead of looking at that journey and being inspired by it. Because when you look at, it's all about perspective. If you look at someone's journey, right, and they're there, right, based on what you see, why is it that that doesn't inspire you? Why is it that that doesn't motivate you to say or to know that, you know what? If they got there, then that means that I can get there. That means that I could also do it. If someone else did it, that means that it is doable, right? So I think that it is all about perspective. Instead of comparing and saying, man, it's taking me so long. I just, you know, I just can't do this. But you don't know how long it took them, right? Sometimes we feel that, you know, there's overnight success because you see the person already there or celebrating. But guess what? You don't know what took place behind the scenes. You don't know what took place behind the curtains. You don't know how long it took them to get there, right? You might just be seeing the end results because champions, they're celebrated after the fact. They're celebrated so people can see that it can be done, but you don't know what they've done behind the scenes, right? They've put in a lot of work, overnights, you know, working hard. And I think that that's the problem with us, that we start to compare ourselves. So that's one. Two, it's taking too long, right? Maybe you thought it would take you, I don't know, a day, 3 months, a year, and then you give up, right? In this journey, in the health and fitness journey, this is what I tell my girls. Number one, be inspired by someone else's success, because success leaves clues. That means that you could do it too, right? And number two, never compare yourself, because we're all different people. We all have different circumstances, right? And so that means that perhaps that person may have gotten there in a year, maybe 6 months, and maybe it'll take you less time, maybe more time, but it doesn't mean that you won't get there. It just means that you have to be patient. It just means that you got to keep trucking, and it means that you don't give up, because failure only happens if you quit.
Think about that. Think about that.
Mm?
Failure only happens if you quit. So if you keep going, you never quit. You never fail.
Never
Never
fail.
fail. You just keep going, keep going, keep going until you get to where you want to be.
That's right.
Remember, we've talked about this. There's no end game. You got to keep going. There's no end game. End game is when they put you in the ground.
That's right.
There's no end game. So you got to keep going and enjoy the time and be present.
And the other thing about this is that there's unlimited times. There is no set times where you can get up if you fall. Right? There's unlimited times. You fall, you get up. You fall, you get up. You fall, you get up. You keep getting up. It doesn't matter how many times you gotta get up, right? This is what I tell my 7-year-old, because he likes to play video games and he gets upset. He gets upset because he wants to win right away. And I say, well, if you win right away, then why would they sell these? There has to be some challenge to the things that you're doing in life, right? Yes. You have to, there has to be some challenge, because then what do you gain from it? Do you even grow from it? Right? You have to keep persevering. You got to keep pushing. You can't just expect it to be easy, because if it's easy, then why wouldn't it even be, worth going after? Right? It doesn't make you stronger. That's why the microwave mentality doesn't make you stronger. It makes you lazy.
Makes you weaker.
It makes you weaker. Remember, we talked about being soft, right? So that's what I tell him. I'm like, Papi, you have to just keep doing it again. As many times as you fail, you're closer to succeeding. And, he gets upset and he doesn't get it. He's 7. But eventually one day it'll click and he'll say, wow, what mommy was telling me was absolutely right, and now it makes sense. So you gotta keep trucking. You cannot give up, and whatever it takes, you guys. If you fall 1,000 times, you get up 1,001 times. Do you know what I'm saying? You gotta just keep doing the dang thing, and that's really, our motto. Whatever it takes, for however long it takes. Listen, I'm gonna leave you with this thought. We come out, they tell us, our parents, you go to college, you get a career, you get married, you get a good job, you get a house, you buy a car, you do the stuff, you do the things. And then you work. You work for 40 plus years for somebody else's dream. And you show up. Sometimes you don't want to, but you show up anyway, right? Show up because you got to pay the bills. You got to get paid to pay the bills and for, the necessities, the wants, the needs, all of that. You show up. You continue to show up on a daily basis. Well, why can't you show up for yourself for however long it takes? You're showing up for somebody else 45 plus years of your life. Why is it that 10 years of your life is long, right? And if you're in a health and fitness journey, 1, 2, 3 years to get to your goal, why is that long? You're giving practically, what is that, 4 decades, 4.5 decades of your life to somebody else, but you can't give it to yourself? Think about that.
True. You should look at your life in 10-year increments. If you read a lot, if you're an investor, if you do whatever you think, that's kind of like my cup of tea, what I like to do. Think about, you're always thinking in like decades and 10-year increments, because so much happens in 10 years, but so little at the same time. You need a minimum of 10 years, to do really anything. So if you got to start getting your mindset, if that's picking up a business, if that's doing whatever it is it takes and you need to do, that's the mindset. So if you're getting it done before 10 years, you're ahead of the ball game. But just know, prepare your mindset. Just keep your, just keep the main thing. That's it. Just keep your eye on the prize and keep doing it every single day.
That's right.
Keep doing it every single day. And before you know it, you'll get to that so-called destination wherever you feel content. Remember, there is no destination.
No. And sometimes people don't, achieve their goals because they don't stick to this long enough. People don't achieve their goals because they don't stick to it long enough. They give up. And maybe they were right there before they hit that break. But they'll never know because they quit. Remember, failure doesn't occur if you don't quit. So stick to it, you guys. I'm really excited because my girls, this year, some of them have already done, they're working on their 4th program. They did Bar Blend, which is a 6-week program. Then they jumped into Mes de Mas, which is a 4-week program, excuse me. Then we did Sean Week, which is a 1-week program. And now we're doing 21-day Fix Extreme, or the regular version, real time. And that's a 3-week program. And see, it's like one thing after the other. And they're just going. They keep going. They're not like, oh, but when am I? Nope, they just keep pressing play. And it's literally one workout at a time, one meal at a time, one day at a time. Because the time is going to pass regardless, right? So we keep moving. So that's what you guys got to do with whatever goal you have, however long it takes. Just keep doing your thing. Just keep showing up.
Yeah.
And eventually, you will get there. I promise you. Just don't quit. Because if you quit, then you won't get there. And then we want to also make an announcement, you guys. So now we've consolidated our weekend free groups. So now we're only having them on Saturdays. And we moved up the time because it's nice out. It's, the weather's nice. People want to be outside now. Please stay safe. Please still use your mask because COVID is still real. Is as real as it was, 12 weeks ago. So still be safe. Still, social distance, 6 feet apart, wash your hands, and, just be careful, you guys. So we're doing our, at 9 a.m.? So we moved it up. 9 a.m. on Saturdays because we don't want to keep you at home on a Saturday morning. If you got
9 a.m. Saturdays.
No more Sundays.
No more Sundays.
No more Sundays.
If you're looking forward to the weekend to get into our free group, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Saturdays.
All right.
Be there or be square, as they say, baby. But we're doing it once a week there. And if you want to join, if you want to take this even further and accelerate your fitness,
June 22nd.
June 22nd, and we meet every single day. You could join our 6:30 a.m. crew. We have a 5 a.m. crew as well.
Right.
Or you do it at your pace, however you feel like you do it. But we're there in the mornings for that extra accountability.
All right.
Share this for the people who need to hear this. God bless.
God bless. Happy Monday. Love
you
you guys. Hi,
red
Daddy.
today. Red was our color of our team today. We all worked out in red today.
That's right. You're going to see a rainbow this week. Rainbow for Pride Week. All right, you guys. Peace out.
Peace.